Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. One of Jesus' disciples was Simon the Zealot. He was not going to leave it to the Romans to just have free rein. He was going to take up the sword, form a band, and do what he could to push back and to seek to bring liberation from political oppression. Jesus does not support this line of action. He had not come to bring political liberation. He'd come to bring the kingdom of God. And that was going to reign in people's hearts and bring joy. That was the secret that he had come. But it's more powerful than anything that Simon could have envisaged. Meekness is not weakness. The statement, the meek shall inherit the earth, is found in Psalm 37:11. So Jesus is here quoting the Old Testament. And we find a brilliant example of meekness in the Old Testament, in the life of Abraham. Abraham and his nephew Lot were finding life difficult. It had become very crowded where they were hanging out, and their herdsmen were in conflict. And Abraham sees that the time has come for them to find their own course in life and to separate. And so Abraham approaches Lot and says, look, in order that this infighting may come to an end, you choose. And Lot lifts up his eyes and looks around, and he sees the plains of Jordan, he sees they're fertile and well watered, and that's where he chooses to go. Abraham, who's the older and who's got a promise, could have said, well, that's where I'm going. But no, he's meek. He yields. He might appear weak, but actually he knows God is the one who's going to lift him up. He's the one, in the end, who's going to inherit not just the land, but he's going to inherit the world. And that is an amazing outcome. We must keep our eyes set on things above, where Christ is. He's the one who's made the promise. He's the one who's the king. He's the one who's bringing his kingdom. That's where our hope really lies. And that's where we want to set our focus. So God says to Abraham, all the land you see, I will give you and to your offspring forever. I'll make your offspring like the dust of the earth. So if anyone could count the dust, then your offspring could be counted. Go walk through the length and the breadth of the land, for I am giving it to you. Let's think about the things that God has given to us. In 1 Corinthians 3, Paul says, all things are yours, whether life or death, whether Paul or Apollos, whatever spiritual giants you look to, God has given them to you. But let's look supremely to Jesus and to his kingdom. Let's look beyond life to death and beyond death to life and recognize when he comes, well, that's when we are going to know the fullness of joy. In his presence, there's fullness of joy. At his right hand, there's pleasures forevermore. Meekness is not weak. It's hanging on and enduring in the face of maybe losing everything and being disadvantaged. But in the end, you inherit the earth.